Hello, everybody, and welcome today's Coffee with Kaya show. And I'm so happy that today I got my favorite guest and favorite mentor, Doug Boughton. Um, Many of you already know who he is. He is a big shot. He's a dream car winner, two comma club winner, and then very recently, when Russell Brunson was promoting his 5 days challenge for CF 2.0, you were like second or first, right? Second, I guess you got the second um, position for promoting that. And with Grant Cardone, oh my God, you are in first 10. Oh my MG. So you know the marketing, and as far as I know, you do mostly organic, and still you are beating it. And most importantly, guys, he is my mentor. So whatever I learned, whatever I do, and he great influence, because I learned from him how to nurture, how to give value to the clients, not only just sell. And it's really, it's near to my heart. And that's how I'm trying to do, give value first and then do it. And not only that, this KWK, that is Coffee with Kaya, this show is possible because of him. Right, because of him and his mentorship, and also his amazing team. I mean, the team we are in, his co-mentors, his all the people there, and the way he developed that environment, we are like a family. I mean, I am attached with Doug. Maybe you don't know, from 2019. I'm still with you. I don't want to come out of that family because I feel like, oh, I'm missing something. So yeah, I was like transitioning from e-commerce to coaching, and I was lost, and I got lots and lots of help, and I was not confident in front of camera. So anyway, I will not talk about myself anymore, but how amazing mentor he is. That's why I'm like kind of like fan stuck today. I want to talk more about you. Okay, so Doug, I will ask you. I know, because right now, yesterday also, and this week, I was going through your offer, and I saw you over these years. As I say, I know you from 2019. So now you are doing some amazing offer, and I think you are helping. Most importantly, not only it is your amazing offer, you are helping other business owners in an amazing way. Can you tell us about that? Because I know, but can you tell us about that?
Of course. And thanks for having me. And thank you for listening and watching. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, it's just been such an amazing journey. I think back to like when we first started meeting, 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, which is crazy to
Right.
think about. And there's a few things that still stand out to what we're doing and how we're doing it. We'll talk about offers here in a moment, but it's really about the evolution. And, Kaya mentioned about leaderboards, and what that means is I don't promote a lot of things other than my own coaching program. But when I find something in the market that I know is going to help my audience, I'm going to partner up with them and promote that and bring those tools and resources to my people. And really, there's only been two major promotions I've done, and it's ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson's products, and now Grant Cardone. Love him or hate him, you got to say, like, the guy knows what he's doing. He's a billionaire for a reason,
Of
right?
course, of course.
And I've got to know the real Grant Cardone in person, spent a week in his office. I'm telling you, he's not as he appears like the flashy Grant you see in the advertising. We really connected, and I see his why and his vision, and it's far beyond his lifetime. It's really impressive. And definitely I leveled up in a few minutes of hanging out with him, never mind the multiple days when I came back to my office from his office, and the changes we've already seen. But anyway, what I want to say is when it comes to offer creation, a lot of people don't know the pre-2019 Doug. Pre-2019, 2014 is when I really started looking at the online space. I was working in restaurants. I was negative in the bank a lot of the weeks. Like, I was living like not even week to week, like day to day, had a 6-figure student loan debt. I was just really trying to run from the pain of poverty and get that paid off. So my first exploration online was just trying to find anything and anything that could pay me, that could help anyone. And I think my motives were different. My motives were selfish. It was like, I need to get out of debt and like trying to get that money to pay off that debt. So I would just take any product that sounded good or shiny. And between 2014 and 2018, I just didn't know better. The mentors I was looking at were truthfully like spammers. And I thought that's what online marketing was. And they tell you how to find emails and scrape leads and blast emails and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just didn't know. But I counted the other day, it was over 30 different things I did between 2014 and 2018. And most of the time I was working multiple restaurant jobs. You know, I had a massive student loan, but I never finished my degree. So I had to go and work to try to, you know, live and pay off that loan. But anyway, it led me to working in multiple things. Like that was the biggest mistake, was even if you have two things, you got to, like, if you're not at 6 figures or 7 figures yet, focus on the one thing and find something that really aligns to what you're doing. And between 2014, 2018, I wasn't doing that. You know, I was burning out. And 2019 is when I really just focused. Back then I was working in the restaurant. I put in my 2 weeks notice. I said 2 weeks notice, but it was really 2 months because I wanted to help them get through the holidays. And at the time I've learned a lot over 4 years. Don't get me wrong. I failed forward. I learned a lot of things, and I learned about digital marketing. And my first real offer was helping restaurant owners build out websites and funnels and helping them get customers in the door. We would target within a 5 to 10 mile radius around the restaurants and get people that have upcoming birthdays and anniversaries to come celebrate. And that worked really well. And that allowed me to leave my job. I took on 8 restaurants in Connecticut. And it was easy for me because I just duplicated the campaigns and just made sure they were spaced out enough. But that allowed me to leave the job that I was working at the restaurant. And at the same time, though, I was still hooked on this online thing. So I'm like, you know, I'm building out what's my journey look like? When you're trying to start, like, find a product you could build, you got to ask yourself, what are the things you've been struggling with that you're currently solving or have solved? And what are the things that you're proud of? A few things I was proud of back then was I learned a lot about marketing. I was proud of my knowledge in the restaurant space. So I made that into an offer and helped restaurants, like I mentioned. Number 2, I was proud that I increased my credit score by 100 points. It still wasn't good, I'm just going to tell you, but I learned a lot. I said, I'm going to go help people with their credit repair. I'm going to make a course, a workbook. And I printed out hundreds of these things, started shipping them out around the country, but I couldn't sell them fast enough. I was also doing ClickFunnels affiliate because I love that revenue stream. You guys get the point here, right? I had multiple things going on, and I'll tell you what happened. In 2 months after leaving my job, November 30th, 2018, it was January. I was negative in the bank once again. I had my student loan at that time was $114,000, and I was like chasing my tail. And this is what changed for everything. This is like, lean in here. I stopped everything. I chose one path. And that path to me was like, I had these 3 or 4 things I'm doing. What's the one that I could talk about all day? Credit repair, I still didn't really know much about. I didn't really enjoy it. It didn't light me up. Restaurant owners, I had to chase checks and like, they're not paying me. That's why I went negative. I don't like that. So I asked myself, what do I like about this model that allowed me to leave my job? Well, they're paying for ClickFunnels every month. That's the software to build their websites and funnels, for those of you who don't know. And I made 40% commissions on all 8 of their accounts. So I was making some money coming in. And I'm like, how do I get this to 100? Because I would love to have 100 ClickFunnels signups and not have to service 100 clients. And that led me to like chasing this dream car award. Here it is over here on this.
Yes,
I don't know.
you have a dream car award. Yes, that one. Yes.
Right. So now the dream car award is when you sign up 100 people to ClickFunnels, they pay for your car, and we were making 5 figures a month passive revenue, which is really lower 5 figures. And that was amazing. That was my goal. So what I did is I went live in my Facebook group. Well, first off, I looked at what were the other dream car winners doing, right? When we want something that other people have achieved, let's go learn from them. I joined all their communities. It looked like what I found, they all had a Facebook group. So I joined their Facebook groups, modeled what they were doing, what were their offers. A lot of them were selling courses. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to go create a course on this topic, and I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to give it away for free. And what that did for me being a newbie was I didn't have to sell anybody. I didn't have to pretend to be an expert. I just went and studied the platform, learned it in a couple of days. Like, obviously I had some experience with using it, but it doesn't take that long. If you dedicate yourself to something and you go all in, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to take years to learn it. But I went and found sections, rows, columns, elements, how to use it. And I just made a very basic course that other people were selling. Now I could reach out to other people and not feel like I'm being salesy. I'm like, hey, you're using this platform. I saw you had a question on it in that community. If you join my Facebook group, I'll give you this course for free. So, it was like easy for me to go and make an offer because it was free. But what that led to is they would join my community. They would see my trainings on it and they would sign up to ClickFunnels. Long story short, I'll wrap up here. It led me to getting 100 signups in 66 days. And it just took off. Now, offers evolve, right? So like that evolved into me launching a paid version of that course. I started launching, I did not like the sales phone call model, right? Every mentor I paid, I hired my first mentor and I made some money, I made $5,000, joined his $25,000 mastermind, joined up all the way up until recently, Russell Brunson's Inner Circle. Most of these masterminds, nothing wrong with this model, but they tell you to go hire and scale a sales team. You got to, get people on the phones, get people on Zoom. And for me, I didn't want to do that. That's just not the life I want to live and spend all on these phone calls. And even if I have a team managing it, and I got to pay expensive commissions, there's a lot of turnover there managing a team. So what I did to launch that course I talked about, the paid version, I did a 5-day challenge. And I repeated that month after month. And I remember leading up to 2021, I was halfway, it was March, I was halfway to the 2 Comma Club. I was at $500,000 in revenue. I wanted to hit $1 million before Funnel Hacking Live that year. So what had taken me almost 2 years to do, I need to do in like the next 7 months to apply for the award. And I'm like, well, where were the spikes in our Stripe reports? Like, what were the biggest months and what we were doing? Oh, we were doing a 5-day challenge. I dedicated myself to doing a 5-day challenge every single month from there on.
Yes, I remember. I joined through 5 days challenge because 5 days challenge is now so popular, but you started long time ago and gamifying it. And I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
And it worked. It was a lot of work, but when you start doing something repetitively, you're going to find systems to improve it, right? A lot of people launch an event and they like, oh my God, that was so much work. Yeah, but it's built. You got to keep going, keep optimizing. Every time we finish an event, we asked, where did most of the signups come from? What worked best? What are our bottlenecks? The biggest problems I found in the market right now for events is trying to get people there that are the right audience, right? Attracting the right audience. Number 2 is getting people to fill the room, fill that virtual Zoom room or wherever you're hosting it. Getting people to not only fill the room, but show up every day, getting people to engage and participate and finish and get results. And we started noticing a few things. The people that went live in the Facebook group to introduce themselves almost always became a client. So I'm like, how can I reward this behavior to get everyone that joins our challenge to introduce themselves? So we gamified it, introducing gamification. We now indoctrinate people that join our challenge. In fact, if they don't do this step, we will refund them and say bye, because I teach people how to do events. If you can't make a video or go live and put yourself out of your comfort zone, you're never going to do an event. So you're going to spend these 5 days with me and not move forward in your own journey. Like, you're not ready yet. So I say, go live even if you're not ready. And that's going to allow you to stick around for this event. You're automatically going to be in the contest. So, right, I started rewarding the behavior I want to see. And that is my current offer. I help people not only come up with their offer, but I help them create an event structured around that offer to enroll one-to-many without sales calls. And we gamify to increase, show up rates, engagement rates, conversion rates, results, testimonials, social shares, all the things you want can happen in way less time, in 5 days. When in the past, like, my sales process was way more energy and it was 90 days long. And I think just condensing it into 5-day model,
5 days,
it's worked really, really well. So that's my current offer. Long story short, but you had to go on the path with me, right? You got to see how it evolves. So where you could evolve your offers and how to just do the thing right now that you might not even love doing. The next thing's going to show up. You're going to learn some things. You're going to be faced with new problems. You'll solve them. Those solutions become your offer.
100%. And
Mhm.
with this 5 days challenge, you are getting amazing results, right? Can you share something? Because you already shared some tips there, that gamifications, rewards, that really, because that make the connections between you and your possible potential clients. And I think that's somehow missing in call. That's what I feel. Call is kind of daunting. Like you think that they are selling me, kind of like that salesy. But here you are making the connections without being salesy.
Yeah.
So another question I have that, so I know that lots of people are getting amazing results from following your pathway, right?
Mhm.
Can you share something, some recent that win, or yours or your students, if you can share something?
Yeah. I'll be honest. When I first, Kai has seen this, I have evolved my offer completely. We even have a new name for it. Um, and it's okay to evolve. I think what most people that started when I start and they're now still in the same place they were years ago, they keep pivoting, big pivots, industry pivots. And although I've evolved, I've stayed very straight lined on what we're doing and just looking for the feedback. Most people will go launch a product, wear it out to the market, go pivot and do something new. And you're gonna be doing this for years, if not decades. And like, if you just took the idea, took the feedback from your clients, looked for the problems that they're having, like what are the new problems you create and how
Mhm.
can you come up with solutions to solve that. And that's what we did for the last 18 months with the Full-Time Freedom Academy. We've really looked at how can we make this easier. And as coaches and teachers and creators, we just want to keep creating a lot of stuff. My curriculum got up to 108 lessons. And when I found out why people weren't coming in and getting results immediately, I saw the bottleneck was the curriculum. We removed 80% of it. It's like 38 lessons now, and they're like
Mhm.
really short to the point, action step, action step, action step. We now have people coming into our academy literally in the first 30 days. They put it to work. They set up the process with all of our assets and the templates they need, and they're launching their first event within the first month. We've had people make 10K. We've had people make 25,000, 50,000. We've had people make six figures in their first event with us. And of course, it depends on where you are, what you're charging for your offer, how much experience you have. But if you have an offer, then we can help you refine that offer. And we're going to be able to get you set up with all the assets. You could do it very quickly. And
Mhm.
then you'll launch your event. And from there, the next biggest problem you're going to face is I have too many new clients. And this isn't obviously, I'm being transparent. This is not for everybody, but the people that follow this and they do the audience growth and they attract the right people and you fill that room, you don't even need a lot of people there. We've had people launch this type of event with 20 people in the room and make $35,000 like Cliff, right? And we've had people come in that have bigger audience to make six figures. But
Mhm.
it's just start. I want you to start with that and then look at what worked and how can we attract more of the right people and repeat this process. So when I say we create new problems, one of the problems is too many clients. We then help them build out systems to make this repeatable. If you want to keep doing this event, maybe it's every quarter, maybe it's every other month, maybe it's monthly, you're going to have at least a couple of things in place. Number one, you're probably going to want a part-time assistant to help you fill, I call it fill and flip. They got to flip this event once you finish it and got to help you fill the next one. You're going to want somebody even part-time in client fulfillment, onboarding, making sure they have access to everything, helping you run your coaching calls or delivery of whatever you're doing.
Mhm.
And for me, both of those roles were former clients. And in fact, besides my brother helps me in my business.
Mhm.
Besides Jeremy, our first two hires were current clients. And we just did an exchange, right? They could get coaching from me if they help me run some of these things. And now
Yeah.
they've evolved into paid positions. So you don't have to go hire a full-time salary person, but you
Right.
need a system. You need operations, you need marketing, you need sales, you need a fulfillment database to make sure everyone's being taken care of, and you need a way to manage your finances. We can't get more of what we can't currently manage. So
Right.
now
Right.
you've got these systems. Now let's go set the next date. Let's just keep repeating the process. So
Yeah.
people that do that are well on their way to seven-figure businesses. We have many already at the seven-figure run rate. So it's really cool to see.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am seeing that results every week whenever we are like repeating that, and people are saying, "Oh, we did that this much, that much." It is so amazing to see that, and so I also love. I will tell you this, that you not only run that, you analyze it again, and you look for what worked and what doesn't, and that is so important. That sometimes we don't do. Many of us we don't, it failed, we just move on. No, you have to analyze and see what is the bottleneck, what is working, and then improvise what is working. So that part is so good, so I learned so much from that part, that dedication, that you do never quit. You try it. If it fail, it's not fail. Those are lessons you learn from that. So my next question is, if before that, I think you said that how to manage the team and all that big problems comes with the big, big clients and big money, then team. I have a feelings you can even launch a course on that because you are so much expert and you give so good value on that part, and people love to work with you as a boss. Also, as a boss, you are amazing. That I'm just saying because I know you from the background. So my last question is, um, if somebody, because what I can understand, your whole this 5-day challenge model will help any kind of business who want to launch their product, right? Whatever is their product and all that. So if they join your program, if it is, suppose I have real estate business and other have like maybe homeschooling business, everybody can get some value because you are just teaching how to promote in 5 days launching, correct? Or set up
Yeah.
your coaching.
A lot of people say, this model won't work for me. And I laugh and I'm like,
Yes.
you're just trying to talk yourself out of doing the thing that you know is ultimately best for you because there's some kind of resistance, fear of success, or whatever it is, fear of change, fear of responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it might be. Everyone wants to change, but no one wants to take the actions required. So I find that, especially as entrepreneurs, life is a growth journey. And let's talk about any business, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you have a business, you obviously need really a couple of things. You need leads, you need sales, and you need delivery. Now,
Absolutely.
what do we need to do to make a sale? You need to communicate. You need to speak words to somebody that understands what they're doing. Now, if you can have if you sell over the phone, uh, and messenger and text message, uh, written letters, I don't know, carrier pigeon. If you have any way to deliver a message, you can apply a one-to-many model. Like if I'm a dentist, let's say some people, oh, this won't work, I'm a brick and mortar. Well, you have a lot of services, right? What's your most profitable one? Oh, okay, it's probably veneers. Can you create a virtual event talking about this service and invite everybody to that, so you don't have to have all these individual conversations? And then from there, show them your offer. And when you do that, they get to know, like, and trust you. They get to see what it's like to work with you. They're going to get momentum and understanding, and then they can make an educated decision. Now, most sales calls, like one-to-one, can feel high pressure. I don't like that. I
I
don't want to,
don't.
right?
Yes.
I don't want to create high pressure. What I love about the room when I do a virtual event, the room itself creates that pressure, meaning like I only let 25 people in max every month into our program. And typically we have 100 plus people at our event. And if you're starting out, maybe you have 20 people in your room, so we only got 5 spots.
Mm-hmm.
That urgency creates that pressure. And then one person buys, and like, hey, you congratulate that person, bring them on with you, say, hey, why were you ultimately like being held back from this decision? Why did you ultimately decide to join? And what would you say to anybody else that's thinking about this right now? And then what are you most excited about? Ask these
Mm-hmm.
questions. Now that's going to create that experience for them where it's not just you telling them. We'll even bring in a client or someone that has a great result with us and have them speak to the room. And now the next person buys, and you keep doing this. Like, okay, all 5 spots are gone. I can't do that on a sales call because I know I've learned how to do, high pressure, hard closing. I just don't like that.
I
Make
got
a
it.
decision, right? Well, they convince themselves to make the right decision when they're in a room like this, and it's just so much easier. So again, I don't care what kind of business you have. If you need more leads, more sales, you need to communicate a message to help people make a buying decision. There's no better way to do it than, I believe, a multiple day virtual event.
I get it. I get it.
Mhm.
So as I can understand, so your offer right now can help any business, no matter, because you mentioned about dentist, any brick and mortar to all online. So if
Yeah.
your model, if they follow your model, it will be easier. And you already researched that model for years, because as I said, I joined it a few years ago, and it was always that 5 days challenge.
Yeah.
So my last question, any 5 days challenge is coming soon. And if someone who is listening, if they want to join, is there anything that running right now, or you
Yeah.
have a plan? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll go back real quick before I answer that and just let you guys know, like we can help a lot of people. We specialize. I find we attract who we're most like, right? People that see
Right.
self. So I work with a lot of coaches and course creators. That's like who we help. I have helped software companies, brick and mortar. We've helped agency owners, but we do primarily work with a lot of coaches, course creators, and info product sales. But
Okay.
I love helping people with software launches. So good. But now, yes, 5-day challenge model. People will come to us. I've tested, by the way. I'm still like, I produce content, right? But I still
Mhm.
consume and implement. I will join the biggest launches, right? I've joined, not only joined and learned from Russell Brunson's 5-day challenge, but I also promote it. Grant
Mhm.
Cardone's, I've worked with some of the top masterminds in the industry where I license my content to their masterminds. But I couldn't get to that point if I wasn't a student. I study all the major 5-day challenge launches. I want to see not only what the content they're teaching, but what they're doing.
Mhm.
And I've read almost everything on this topic as far as like one-to-many enrollments. And I've tested webinars. I've tested 3-day, 3-day events and 5-day. And there's a reason why I do 5-day events. And by the way, yes, I have one upcoming. It's we do it every month. We've done it. This will be our 31st 5-day event. And why I like 5 days is because it's only an hour a day and you get direct implementation. We give you an action step at the end of that day. And by the end of the 5 days, you have your event name, you have the topic, you'll have the agendas. You just watched me do it. So you're probably taking notes on what I'm doing. And you could go out there and launch it with the assets I would provide to you in that container. So 3 days, I don't think is enough time. And I think there's still, I want to help people really understand the process. I want them to understand that they can do it, because a lot of people say I can't do it. And I'm going to show you can. And then how we can help you save time, money, and energy in this model. But day 4 is all about filling your event. Once you have the name, the topic, the agenda, and you understand it all, we got to help you get traffic. And we help you do that organically on day 4. And then day 5 is how can you get the confidence to make an offer that you feel certain in that can enroll one-to-many, where you could
Mhm.
say the number that probably scares you the first time saying it and enroll people into that process. And
Mhm.
from now, like, yes, in the beginning, like when I was learning this and helping others, it took us some time to get traction. But now, when people come in, I'm trying to think of someone that hasn't done this, but most people have joined us and launched their event in the first 30 days. Those who launched have all not only made their investment back, but most of them make 2 to 5, even some 10x on their investment in their first 30 days. So you think that's going to be making me a lot more certain in my offer, where I could communicate and just say the number to a room and I'm not worried about not filling it. And
Mhm.
you know what I mean? That's where you
Mhm.
want to get to the point of, and yes, it takes time and practice and certainty, but we will help you do that. The best way to do that is come surround yourself around people doing it in
Doing it.
our event.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when is your next 5 days challenge is coming, Doug?
Yeah.
This
Next
month?
one. So if you're watching this before February 27th, 2023, we have one coming up. It's on the 27th. If you're watching this after, it does
Mhm.
change, but we do one every single month. It's very rare that we don't do an event a month, but you don't want to wait, because we change it, we refine it. And because of the results we're getting just from people joining the event, we have been increasing the price per ticket. So I would jump in if you're seeing this before February 27th. Come to our next event. It's going to be amazing. We got some really new stuff because things are changing, right? Every time we do a challenge, every time the
Yes.
market's changed so quick.
Mhm.
So we're giving you in real time in this event. We have people come not only to one event, but they'll come to the next one, and the third one, and the fourth one, because they want the newest and what's working now and the update in the market.
Fantastic. Yeah, guys. So, Doug, I will take all the link from you. If you are watching it before 27th of February, so you can join that. And if it is after, there will be another website link where you can get the next one. So the 5 days challenge. And that 5 days challenge is fabulous because, as Doug said, he evolved, and I know him because his content is always up to date, always something new, and he learned from the high ticket, high like 200K, 100K mentors, and he teaches, and that's why, and he teaches with his implementation and which is working and which is not working. So there is plus his experience. So yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful that, I'm yours. I have that honor to learn from you.
Yeah.
And I am trying to, because I'm not expert yet with those 5 days challenge, but with your all the tips, it's getting better. That's what I will say. It's getting
Yeah.
better every
And,
day.
and I'll give
Yeah.
you a little context here too, because sometimes people wait till they have to have their own offer. We've helped people with affiliate offers sell. And
Mhm.
here's the cool thing. You can run this event. You could do it free. And then when you get better and you're going to get testimonials your first time doing. I'm going to show you how you get a ton of testimonials, and then you can start charging for it. From there, like you can bring in expert trainers. You could bring in one person
Mhm.
per day to run that show. Imagine if you get 5 experts that come to this event, and at the end, if you don't have your own offer, sell the replays, or sell they're like, the speakers will typically give you a bonus. You could package all
Yes.
this up and sell it
Mhm.
for 997 or
Mhm.
more potentially, and now you've got a product, and you could sell this month after month after month for your own business. So I would definitely recommend it. By the way, my event, I don't think we talked about this. It's called Cold to Client Challenge. It's how to take
Okay.
your cold audience and turn them into clients in 5 days or less using the methods that I show you. And my whole purpose of this event is to help you shortcut your success. It's to help you shorten your sales process and just make it easier on you. Some people say, Doug, it's a lot of work to build an event. You know what's a lot of work? It's following the old ways of prospecting, DMing, and then trying to get people on sales calls or try to sell in chat. If you could do this one to many, you don't have to do it one-on-one anymore. And you create a
Mhm.
fun experience for people that really level up very quickly. So once it's built, the biggest mistake I see is people don't do it again. You've done the hardest part of building the event, whether it's take a month off and do it again every other month or quarterly, but you're going to want to start doing this as much as you can. We have some clients that do it twice a month.
Oh,
So,
wow.
right. So I think it's so important to
Mhm.
depends on how systematic do you get it. You can do certain things, you can evergreen it, but come
Mhm.
to the Cold to Client Challenge and we'll show you how to build this event. We'll help you
Mhm.
do it in 5 days.
Right. And not only that, guys, what I know, Doug mostly focus on organic marketing, and that works. And it's not much expensive at all how to fill the events. And then in the events, you do the magic anyway. But just filling the events is also completely affordable, right? Right, Doug?
Yeah,
The
organic
way
just means free traffic. And
exactly. Yeah.
I came up on free traffic. I was broke, remember, 4 years. I couldn't afford paid ads. And even so, I've tested paid advertising. I just love organic. I think that the people come into you so much more warm and open. And it's like some people's like, Doug, I want to run ads. I'm ready. I got my offer. I want to run ads. I'm like,
Mhm.
have you tested your message? Have you done
Mhm.
these things? And they're like, no, I
Mhm.
want to run ads. And I'm like, you're going to go throw away a lot of money trying to learn. Wouldn't you
That's
rather
true.
just test the market organically and it doesn't have to take you long to learn. And then you see what really hits with our marketing system that we give you in the academy. Like we show you how to not only plan out your marketing, but all of your published content. We've got, all of our previous content saved. We know how many people liked and commented and viewed and engaged. And now I could say, wow, that one really hit. Why did it work? Let's go post that one again in 2 months from now. And I don't got to think about our content anymore. So test what works.
Oh
And
my
if I,
God, you are king of content. The way you do it,
uh,
I can't
you
do
know,
it. I know.
I'm getting better. I'm trying. There's a lot of people out there doing more than me, but we were consistent. And what does consistency look like to you? It might be once a month. It might be once
Mhm.
a week. My consistency is daily. I want to post daily, and now I'm trying to get even more out there. The more you can do, the more reach you're going to get, the more people get help, and the more you're testing. Now, I could go back and look at our most popular content and say we could turn that one to an ad, and I'm sure it's going to work because it's worked organically. And now
Ah,
you can run
wow.
ads, right? Go look at what's working best, and then you could scale with the ads. We're just now going to start advancing our reach with more paid traffic, and there's a certain way to do it. We're not looking for conversion ads. We're doing awareness. I want them to be problem aware. solution aware brand, my brand. I want my brand awareness to,
Mhm.
I want them to be aware of who I am and what I do. And
Right.
then they're more likely to see a challenge ad and sign up for a ticket. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Fantastic. Oh my
Yeah.
God. It's I'm getting again inspired, Doug, because I was I was mostly focused on the course, and now this, it's I'm excited. So anyway, Doug, thank you so much. I think we are almost in the end session of this interview. And guys, don't do the mistake. If you really want to learn, if you're serious about your business, especially the coaches and course creators and content creators or service provider, if you are really serious about your business, learn the process from Doug, and he is the best. And I can tell that from my own experience. Doug is the best, and his community is the best. His whole family of teaching fraternity is the best. So, Doug, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
today I will, stop this one and stop this
Sure.
um, interview. But I will love to, invite you again where with your new something new. And I know you are like knowledge. If, like yesterday, I was learning about I was not live, but I was watching replay about your calendar marketing. It
Calendar
blew my mind.
marketing.
It was so
Yeah.
good. I will love to invite you. I know you are very busy, but sometimes you can come and give us some tips like that, our
Sure.
master class. That will be so nice if you can. So I will
Definitely.
love to invite you there.
Sure.
Otherwise, thank you so much for today. And I don't know, I will say it, whoever is watching, today is Doug's very special day. But still,
Nice.
he gave me time. I was amazed. I thought he will cancel it. I was asking Alana, are you sure Doug coming? But he is on time, before time, I will say. So thank you for that also.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you
Yeah.
again, Doug.
My birthdays are pretty relaxed. So
Yeah, so okay, you then okay, let me tell. This is Doug's birthday today. So happy birthday, Doug.
thank you.
And wish you we say that in my country we say many, many happy returns of the day. So and yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day with your
I will.
loved ones, and yeah, enjoy the day. And thank you very much. And I'm blessed that you gave me time today. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for having me, and thanks for listening and watching, everybody. Have a good day.
Have a
Bye,
good day.
everyone.
Bye.